I was sent the first script of Fargo last year, I guess early autumn, late summer, as we were finishing off the last series of Sherlock. And it was on reading the first script that I thought, yeah, this is really good. Usually why I do anything, really. I mean, it's almost always why I do anything. It's the strength of the script. Because I know if you've got a good script, then you've got half a chance of being in something good. Lester Nygaard is a man in a loveless marriage, doing a fairly boring job quite badly, and he's basically a victim. You know, he's been bullied in his life, and he continues to be bullied by his wife. And we see quite early on he meets up with an old acquaintance from school who also bullies him and humiliates him again, which leads him to go into the emergency room where he meets Lord Malvo, played by Billy Bob Thornton. And as a result of their encounter, Lester leaves the hospital with a slightly, not consciously a different perspective on life, but unconsciously a thought that maybe he doesn't have to be bullied by life and maybe he doesn't have to take everything lying down.
Salesmen make their own wins.
Your brother just got a big promotion.
I guess I married the wrong Nygaard.
You remember the story of the boy that I put in the oil drum and rolled out onto the highway?
You know, guys at work, they talk about how they look up to their brothers. Sometimes I tell people you're dead.
If that was me in your position, I would have killed that man.
I don't really like either parts or projects where people are presented in a very kind of black and white way. I like to play differences in people, or I enjoy the complexity, I guess, of a character. I approached it as someone who, well, just that, someone who's had enough of taking life lying down, you know, and who incrementally, bit by bit, just stands up more and more, I suppose, and then actually gets to be quite good at playing the game and manipulating and operating on a level that he never would have done before. The accent is obviously one of the main features, I guess, you know, for someone who's not from that area, and most of us actors, you know, most of the American actors were not from that area. The danger is that you just sound like you're doing a sketch, you know what I mean? And that's what we all wanted to avoid, and that's what I worked hard to try and avoid. So I attended to it kind of every day, you know, all day at work I would stay in that accent because I felt I had to, really, just to keep to keep the muscle memory going of making this sound like it was not an effort. Because it has, you know, first and foremost, you don't want to sound like you're doing an accent. I was playing Lester, but I didn't want to play the accent, so... yeah, I worked hard at it, and I hope I got away with it.
If you don't stand up to it, let them know you're still an ape. Deep down, where it counts, you're just gonna get washed away.